Vice News recently made a video on YouTube talking about the manga industry and how it enables child exploitation, basically. Now, many people are calling this video a hit piece against Japan, particularly because they region locked it out of Japan. They blocked Japanese viewers from seeing the video unless they use a VPN or something like that. Basically smearing the entire country and the people of the country and trying to not let them see it or have a chance to respond to it, it seems. Things get really interesting because in the video, Vice News includes an interview with the one and only otaku politician Ogino-san, who has since responded to the interview being used in this video on Twitter, linking to a trailer clip of the full video that's now out, saying, "Oh, it's just a little bit here. What kind of projection is it?" He said a lot more than that too. I'll show you. Well, we'll start with this. The man is literally laughing, first of all. If you don't know, WWW in Japan, it's supposed to stand for like grass and kanji resembles LOL or something. I forget the whole story, but it means laughing, right? Someone in the comments will explain that better than I did. And he calls himself a stupid idiot. Presumably, he realizes it's probably a bad idea to talk to Vice News or really any sort of Western media. Unfortunately, that's just the way things seem to be nowadays. Now, aside from laughing, what's really crazy is he exposes Vice here for allegedly manipulating the video footage of the interview with him. He says, "On the day of the interview, I was not interviewed in such a dark place. So the fact that I was edited like a Yakuza was completely directed by the other side, being Vice. My wrong impression spreads abroad." So apparently, like he said, in the interview, this room was a lot brighter. Vice literally tried to make it look like all dark and creepy. Now, Ogino-san and I do have a bit of a different viewpoint on this topic. To my understanding, he's fine with all of that sort of art. In my opinion, when it does depict a character that's very obviously a young child and their sexual acts being done to the character, even if it's art, I do have a bit of an issue with that. Difference is I'm not going to go make a twit longer about it. I'm not going to try and cancel someone over it. I just personally will have an issue with it and move on with my life. Now, that said, Ogino-san does have a point that I do agree with, which is the lack of evidence correlating such material with actual criminal acts. Because in my research, at least, it seems like exploitation against children is much more prevalent in countries that are not Japan. For example, many European countries. So clearly, there's more to it than simply saying like manga bad. No, there's a greater issue at large here. While I might disagree with Ogino-san on some things, I will certainly make this video saying that Vice region locking the people of Japan out of seeing this video as they simultaneously seem to smear the entire country and its people, misrepresenting people that they interview, manipulating the video footage, and therefore also manipulating the viewer. This seems like a pretty terrible way to be operating. Some people are also saying that in the Vice video, one of the main people responsible for the video and someone who interviewed Ogino-san as well as an actual chomo in the video is Hanako Montgomery. Now, I'm not 100% sure about that. That's what people are saying, and it does resemble her. However, I'm not watching the full video, and in part because they interviewed this chomo. I think there's some people you don't interview, and that dude would certainly be one of them. But again, that's something you don't gotta agree with me on. What's hilarious is if that is indeed Hanako Montgomery, she had previously wrote an article titled "Japanese Police Made a Video About Bike Safety, but What's with the Girl in Skimpy Clothes?" apparently taking the side of the Feminist League's argument in taking down this entire promotion because the girl's outfit was too offensive. It's like, dude, this was an event to promote traffic safety. Are you seriously trying to cancel it? Yes, they were. And they actually got a ton of backlash from people, including a majority of women in Japan. People sent the Feminist League questions like, why are you so offended by this outfit? To which, at least last time I looked it up, they never responded. They like literally ignored those questions. Even crazier, Ogino-san talked about that issue. He even tweeted out a video that I made reporting on that situation. And if he actually was interviewed by Hanako Montgomery, I wonder if he knew that she also wrote about that situation. Like, that's so crazy to think about, if he knew it was her or not. If he didn't know, if only we could tell him and let him find out about that, because I bet he would be laughing a whole bunch. Yeah, this whole video could be kind of disturbing, even though we got some comedic elements in it. So to end off on at least somewhat of a more positive, funny note, we have this tweet. Independent Assemblyman Minoru Ogino of the Oda Ward Assembly wore Toho Megane Tenshi glasses. You can see he's like wearing that in I don't know if he's in court or some sort of legislative assembly or something, but dude, that's just so funny to see. Yeah, let me know what you think about all this in the comments. Thank you for tuning in. We'll wrap this one up here, and yeah, I'll see you in the comments and in the next segment tomorrow.